Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, please continue to pray for my good mental health. I'm kind of in a weird mental health state, and I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but I'm enjoying it as it comes. But I need you guys to continue to pray for me because I'm not sure which direction this is going to go, but hopefully, with continued prayer, we can make the good last as long as possible. Let's do the gesture again and hit the dislike button, please. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Well, I'm kind of in a weird situation this past month. I've got a lot done. I made a really good impression this first month at my new job here at Central Arizona College. And I feel comfortable speaking up for myself once again. Earlier today, I was just asking our administrative people if I could switch classrooms. Our classroom kind of has a really wonky projector and not very good lighting and all that. And I noticed a bunch of other classrooms that are not even being used at my class time, so I was able to speak up. I'm continuing to forge ahead with my art projects. This is a Pythagorean spiral that I hope to color. I'm just in such a good mood. Obviously, continuing with the tantalum art. I just ordered another 220 pounds of bismuth. That should be coming anytime soon now. And among other things, I've been speaking up for myself at various events. And the reason for that is about a month ago, I noticed my ex girlfriend was getting married, and I didn't want to think about that. And I quickly buried my head in art projects, with speaking up for myself at work, with speaking up for myself in various social settings at a meetup. And I didn't want to think about my ex girlfriend. And I didn't want to delete her off of my Facebook either, so I didn't even want to log into Facebook anymore, and that further fueled the art projects. And it's a weird, almost like a honeymoon. I almost think of it as a contact honeymoon that I've been experiencing over this past month. Now, I don't know if I should call that a good mental state or a bad mental state. I've been calling it a mental health melt up because it kind of feels like a meltdown that has gone up for some reason. And I'm not sure if I'm celebrating too early, though. I wouldn't be surprised if 2 months from now I'm once again miserable and I realize that I celebrated too early. But to give you an idea of what this melt up situation looks like, I recently relocated to Apache Junction because I work here now. While I was negotiating with the owner of the home, I shared the home with her and another roommate. While I was negotiating that, a lot of things that I normally wouldn't think of, positive things, came to mind, and I was able to handle the negotiation beautifully. And also, even unpleasant things, I've been able to be the bigger person in it all. I talked about another meetup that I regularly go to. I every Saturday night, I don't know if I'll be going there anymore because of how far I live now. Every Saturday night, I go to a trivia event, and I really love all of the people at the trivia event, except that the it's held at a bar, and the bar owner often gives me flack for not ordering stuff there because I have a lot of dietary restrictions. I am autistic, and I react badly to milk products, and just the uncertainty in the food there. Right? I look at the menu. There's not much that can probably be adjusted. There's just too much uncertainty. I don't want to risk it, especially now that I live so far away. If I have a bad reaction out there, it's not a good thing. But he gives me a lot of trouble. I contribute to the tip every time, but he still gives me a lot of trouble. Last week, I thought we had resolved our differences. The week before that, I had mentioned my autism and how I deal with it. I talked about a little bit about my life and how I deal with it. And this trivia event's kind of important to me because I really need the social connectivity. How can I make up for this? I thought we had resolved our differences. I really did. So I didn't think much about bringing a six pack of non-alcoholic beer to the trivia night. After all, I still like to fit in as much as I can. I don't necessarily physically need to be drinking the non-alcoholic beer there, but I really want to fit in, right? And I don't think the owner would have made noise about it, but the waitress was very nervous. Probably because at her job, she probably has been told to watch out for customers who bring outside food or drink. I understand that. So she was nervous about it. She had come to our table and brought me a cup and said, "Do you mind pouring your beer into? I know you have issues. Do you mind pouring your beer into this cup, just so that the owner doesn't see it and get nervous about it?" Something like that, which is that was very nice of her to be understanding like that. What she didn't realize is that I like to avoid. She brought a styrofoam cup, and I like to avoid that too. I know I am autistic, and I really do need to avoid chemicals as much as I can. You would not want to be near me if I were consuming the standard American diet to this day. I'd probably be institutionalized if I were. Anyway, I was thinking about explaining to her the situation, but you know what? I thought I had already given her a mouthful the week before, and I thought I needed to be the bigger person now. So instead of explaining to her, I played along. I took the cup, and as soon as she walked away, I took the beer out to my car. I finished the one can I was on, and I put the rest of the beer in the car, just so we didn't have to confront each other again. And so that's how I've been feeling lately. I've just become very happy-go-lucky. I can figure things out, in large part because I want to avoid thinking about my ex-girlfriend getting married. It's so weird. I love this mental state that I'm in, but I know it's kind of wrong for me to behave like this. So I don't know what to make of it. I'm trying to enjoy it while it lasts, right? But at the same time, I realize that this is probably a bubble state, right? It's not a sustainable. If next week another ex-girlfriend of mine gets married, or maybe next week my ex-girlfriend finds out she's pregnant and that's what she's been waiting for. I don't know how, maybe it'll be another round of this for me, or maybe that's it, right? That's as much fuel as this is going to take me. I don't know, but I'm trying to enjoy it while it lasts, right? And I hope you will pray that it goes on forever by leaving a dislike on this video. So please continue to pray for me. This is really good for my job, my career, and just my well-being and my ability to handle social life. It's just really good. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.